Alright guys, so now we're going to start sheeting the outside of the cabin. We're going to be using 7/16 OSB 4x sheets. So on the 16-foot side, it's going to be very simple and easy. We're going to get it flush, and we're going to run just two of the OSB boards. That'll equal 16 foot. We did use 8-foot boards in between the top plate and bottom plate. So total with the subfloor, we're looking at about 102 inches, I believe. Yep. So basically we're giving ourselves a 1/2 inch overlap past the subfloor here. So the bottom of our OSB sheeting is going to be 102 inches. So we did use, like I said, 8 foot here, and then you got 1.5 inches, 3 of those. You got one bottom plate, 2 up on top, and then you got your subfloor. So what we're doing is we're laying this 2x4 right here, just somewhere to set the first sheet on. This top of the 2x4 is 102 inches from the very top of the cabin. Threw a couple of screws in there, and we'll just use this board, move it down there. We'll take off that bracing, move it down there, and I'll give us something to kind of set the OSB on so we can get it all screwed in. We are just throwing a couple of screws in here. It's going to be nailed in, but we're throwing a couple of screws in just to make sure we got it all right. Last thing we want to do is have to pull nails out. So, and the reason we did the 6-inch slice that we're going to be doing is because you can get 8 of those 4x8 sheet. So that way we're not having much waste at all. Anyways, we're going to have a little overlap on the bottom, like I said. That'll help get things sealed in nice and tight. But let's get this thing sheeted up. And what we did on the side here, though, so this, when we put this side OSB on there, it's gonna overlap the OSB that we put over here, and then it'll make it flush. So yeah, and also the lines for your 16 on centers, they'll match up on the long sides, but on the short side here, it's not going to match up perfectly, so we might have to throw some lines in there just so we know when we're putting our siding on that we know where to nail in. But we'll get that all figured out, and let's just get this thing going. We got some siding being delivered. It's going to be siding from an old barn, probably about at least 80 to 90 years old. Reclaimed wood, but he's coming down the driveway now, and we're going to get him unloaded, get that wood stacked up, and right there. Let's see what we got. Let's get this thing unloaded. Alright, so we got the trailer unloaded. We had our neighbor come help us. Appreciate the help, Mike. He has a tractor that has some forks on it, so we're able to get everything off. We had to do one bundle at a time, but we're gonna get this kind of wrapped up. That way it's protected a little bit from the sun until we get it all put up on the building. But yeah, very old reclaimed wood. We'll have to square up, everything, but I think it's pretty nice quality wood. It's cypress. So, front door of the cabin right here. I'm going to go ahead and get us like some kind of step right here, just because once we cut this open, and I mean, it's just so much up and down getting in there, it's kind of a big step. See what we got laying around, see if we can make a step. Alright, a couple 2x4s, 2x6s, see what we can make happen. It could work. Solid. Sawdust everywhere. Perfect.
That ain't coming down, that's staying up there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dead on.
Okay. Yeah, don't worry about that other way yet. You can lay a piece of 2-blade in the center of that deal up there and then mark it.
All right, quick little update here. So we got all the house wrap on. All the windows are cut out, and we got the house wrap wrapped on those. Also the front door there. So next, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do some window flashing on the windows, and we're gonna start kind of putting in I don't know, these old windows that we got. Ashley's up sanding those, all the exterior of the paint right now since they're old original windows. They're like 100-year-old windows, so that'll be interesting to put in because they don't have any window frame. We have to kind of create our own. But I'll show you along on all that. So we start on the roof as well. We got that all braced up. This is a gable end there, and then we've got this template already done, ready to go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set our beam right in there. I believe we have a 2x8 that we're gonna run across all the way. And then we've got these set up, these blocks here, ready to support. Same thing. They're just longer. We made these out 2x6. Got two of them. These are going to stand up. We're going to pick them up, and they're going to stand up, and they'll hold in the roof as well. So until we get all the rafters put on, but looking pretty good. It'll be interesting to start that. We also got some scaffolding from our buddies, the Martins. So that'll be nice to know how to use these ladders. A little bit more support there. So here's the outside. Like I said, everything's been wrapped. We just nailed in it. Well, we stapled it in. I used 9-foot wrap, so that way I could just do it once. Start at the top and go all the way down, and then we just kind of pulled it around. But it turned out pretty good. We got plenty left over. It's rolled up right over there. But what we'll do is, obviously, when we get the gable ends up, we'll get those framed up and then put in some more OSB right there and wrap that as well. So we got still a little bit of house wrap to do, but looking pretty good. I'll give you a walk around here. 5 windows, 1 door. This side's not going to have any windows or anything going on. Pretty simple. Here's our power. So that power will come in, and I haven't decided where the panel is going to be inside, but it will come from there. 2 windows on this side. So yeah, let's get started on this window. I'm going to start on this one first. That's going to be the one as soon as you pull in the driveway, the first one, basically the gable end wall that has 1 window in there. There's the windows we're going to be using. So let's get started. Okay, so on the windows, since we're using really old windows, I'm going to go ahead and do my flashing tape all the way around the window. So I'm going to need about 11.5 foot per window of this. But typically, I guess you would just do like from here, the bottom, and then, wherever your house wrap wasn't at the top. But I think it's best, since we're doing something a little different, using old windows that we're going to build our own frames for and stuff like that. It's better just to be safe than sorry. Alright, so all the flashing is on the windows. I'm going to flip the camera around and kind of show you what we did on this one window to give you an idea, because like I said, these windows are older, so they didn't have a frame or anything, so we had to build our own. Let's take a look. Alright, so first I just put in some 2x4 blocking, basically to hold the window from, I'm taking the window inside and then pushing it to the outside, and what it is, this will make it flush. So you have, let's see, basically this is completely flush. This little metal piece that's on the window has a little overhang. Our siding is gonna go right underneath that, and then it'll be flush up against here. So that's what we did on the outside, and then got it all level. Put in some shims. And then in the gaps, so we have a gap underneath here, we're gonna use some foam, basically filler, to put in there, and you'll see that'll be coming up soon. But we'll push that in there, and when we caulk around the window, that at least gives something to kind of for the caulk to grab onto. But that's the outside there, so let's go check out the inside. So we're using 1x3s. What we did is just kind of create a a little frame border in here. So what it is, it's pushing the window that way. And basically you're getting in between these, that 2x4 and this 1x3, and it's holding the window in there. And all I did was drill some holes and put some screws in there. Like I said, 1x3, and what that does, it ends up being pretty flush. So this is perfect for when we put our interior siding on. It'll flow perfectly across that. And what we'll do in here is add in some caulking as well, all around the window. And that should hold it pretty good. We're gonna clean up all the window too and repaint everything, but what we did is just kind of the perimeter of it. We got that cleaned up good, so it would sit in there pretty good and flush. And it looks pretty good. Everything's nice and level on it. Not any major gaps. So yeah, that's what we're doing with the windows. I think that'll work pretty well. Right now, since all the flashing's done on the windows, I'm gonna start on getting all the other perimeter 1x3 boards cut. So that's what I've been doing. We'll get all those cut. We still gotta clean up the rest of the windows, get those put in, and then we'll go back, fill everything in with the foam, and caulk it. Let me show you what this foam is. Basically, you can just get this at Home Depot. I guess backer rod, but it fills gaps and joints. So what it is, it's just this little piece of foam that we'll just slide all the way in there and fill it in with some caulk sealant. And that'll be it. The window should be pretty good. We're gonna leave the 2x4 pieces that are on the outside, leave those on there until we get ready to do the siding. Once we do the siding, we're going to start with the trim of the windows and doors first, so that should hold the window in place pretty well, and then we can do the rest of the siding. Alright, so today we're going to start on putting these middle braces up for our big beam that's going to go across for the roof. The goal is to get this thing dried in, so whatever we can do to get the roof all put on, get the rafters started, and start getting these windows closed in as well. But right now we're going to get these up, see how this goes. Alright, so we're getting these rafters cut up. We've got the template right there that Billy made, and basically got Billy just cutting up a couple of these so we can run them up there and get them nailed in.
Say cheese. You want cheese? You want cheese? So we gotta cut two.
That one.
That's what I figured, maybe two of them.
And this one.
Hey, cheese. Ow, so we want to cut that. Ow. You want cheese?
But this, which you'll know, but I mean, it's only
Inch and a half.
inch and a half. That's it.
Oh, cheese. Cheese.
You got the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had it up.
Yeah.
That's why he was cutting.
Thank you.
Alright, so that's going to be it for this video here. We've got the Rafters, all those just about put up, and then we've got a couple more that we got to do on that other side. But back behind me, everything's pretty much ready to go. We got a couple of things on the gable end we need to finish up, but you get the idea. And I mean, everything's coming along pretty nice. Our roof, the Rafters up here, we did do 16-ounce centers just because our walls are 16-ounce centers, so we're able to line up everything that on real easy to do. But we're going to run some 1x4 cross bracing up there to get everything strengthening up. And then, yeah, we've already got the metal on order. So we're going to do the metal roof. Stay tuned for that. But we'll catch you on the next video. See ya.